Play action. It's Newton. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Campbell making the catch. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Second and goal from the 1. Now they'll throw with Carr. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. Now Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. Touchdown Colts. Michael Pittman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
They're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Back to throw, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will... An interception return for a Colts TD. McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Colts 17, Raiders nothing.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. So a sensational return there on special teams. A foot race, and he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The throw taken in by Cole. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3rd and 1, Stidham. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
17-0 our score after one.
Score, Colts 17, Raiders nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Stidham to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They go play action with Stidham. He finds his man Johnson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to go.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 3. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Up to the 20.
Number 28, Josh Jacobs.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
3rd and 6.
Stidham looking to escape, but he'll go down. They got him. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on second down. Carr
tries the right side, finding Woods here.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll find Pittman. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Here's Carr. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Ashton Dulin from 4 yards out. And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they fail.
Now, the football comes out. Jacobs lost it, but I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Down the left sideline, and he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Stidham. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw on 2nd and 10, Carr.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
A throw on the money there to Dulin. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Again, it's Carr.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Raiders 3.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to Renfro again, complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Stidham off play action. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Carr now on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Looking for Jelani Woods that time.
And that'll bring up second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Straight ahead, it's Evans.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau.
He's going to have the first down and then some. It's a big play there for Vegas.
45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Stidham.
25-yard line.
Open man, that's Renfro. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Now it's Stidham. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfro, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
That's good.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 yards.
Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Stidham now to throw on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The open man here, Renfrow. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards.
Here we go. Stidham on 4th down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And the ball is knocked out. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Stidham looking to escape, but he'll go down. They got him. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
4th down. Here's Stidham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Back to the same target, Campbell. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Carr going to throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So a little trickery there on 4th and goal, but that never really had much of a chance of working out.
Yeah, they're pretty fortunate. That didn't wind up going the length of the field the other way. So those tackling drills that they do with special teams, that paid off. But I just wonder, if you're going to fake it there, maybe you leave your offense out there on the field and go for it with conventional means.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. On 2nd down, here's Stidham.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. He's up to the 20, running right through him.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Catch made, it's Moreau.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He'll take this to the 46. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Stidham's throw pulled in by Renfro. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28. Stidham from the shotgun. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants it.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. In motion comes the tight end left. Carr going to look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win the game, but they do get the score with all 0 showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stidham with one final shot. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for Indianapolis, it's a win they needed.